host GTA Central, but this time Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick recently indicated that GTA 6 is likely to launch at a starter premium price of $70 to $80. Again, this is for the standard edition. I'm guessing there's going to be a single edition anyway. He confirmed that the title will not include in-game ads, which I'm honestly very surprised. Like, what if we got ads? They would be making millions upon millions of dollars. So a lot of people speculated that we would be getting like real life ads, maybe from Coca-Cola or brand sponsorships, for paying for the game. And that way, while like when we get these ads, this would be huge for consumers. Again, this would catch a lot of attention, and it's kind of like building its own world, really. Zelnick also emphasized that while AI helps with development efficiency, human creativity remains essential, and AI could not create a game of GTA 6 scope. So it's very good to actually hear from them more news about GTA 6. We haven't been hearing a lot, but this kind of shows me that GTA 6 really is following the path of trying to do quality over quantity. A lot of game developers actually did add AI over the last few months, and what we saw with that, it didn't really help. Not a lot of people are very happy with AI. They don't really appreciate it. They feel no need for it, and that's what we saw now. Now, with that being said, it seems like they're focusing more on, spending slightly more money, and this is something that Call of Duty should actually learn from, because if you don't know about Call of Duty, it had actually AI calling cards, which is absolutely disastrous for a game that costs $330 million, especially when hiring like someone like Studio Ghibli. It is disastrous for them to do that. And using AI in video games is just laziness. So I really, really am happy that we are having like that. Now, GTA League actually did raise the stock value by over $1 billion, but I think it doesn't indicate that the stock value really raised Rockstar stock, but I think it's more common that what we saw with the GTA stock is that we have right now seen the markets go up. Obviously, the Iran deal is upcoming. We saw oil drop lower in prices. We still could have a recession, but most importantly, there's just no way that, this is indicated that because Rockstar ignored this is going to be good. Obviously, the data we got for GTA Online, that tells us a lot, and they're very rich. But investors honestly like the league. That is true. I think just in general, more people start buying Rockstar because every single day, and I'm expecting this to happen more over the next 7 months, GTA is getting more hyped. I'll keep you guys updated with more news. GTA 6 is supposedly much larger than Red Dead Redemption 2.
87 individually placed 3D trees, at least ×4 of the density in Guarma on Red Dead Redemption 2.
Alright, welcome back everyone. I'm your host Lon, Central GTA 6, and this time we're looking at the GTA 6 community scrapping for details, and they found over 14,000 trees in a new update, and this is about 4 times the size of the Red Dead Redemption 2 Guarma, which is pretty crazy to see how this big of a map we are getting. But it also does tell us that most of these people are right now not finding any info at all. It shows us that GTA 6 is in very early stages and everyone is scouting for something. But it also tells us that right now GTA 6 is going to be huge. It is absolutely certain that this is going to be one of the biggest maps out there. And they have been doing lots and lots of working and updates on this. But honestly, a lot of people are looking for more updates for GTA 6. And my personal opinion, it is going to be on May 26th or 24th or whenever. It was 1 year since GTA should have released, because we have not been getting any updates at all, which made people to have the screenshots we have already to actually make them.
How has someone worked out that there's 14,287 trees? I'm sure it was some sort of AI thing, but this just made me laugh so much. It was like this person said, "We are seriously counting trees. Rockstar needs to give us new info, bro. We're starving more." This is just like, especially if we're starting from kind of, we're used to flying cars and stuff in GTA 5, right? And if we're going right back to where things begun, jet skis being in this photo, getting around to that city is probably going to be the best form of transport. I mean, I want us to all.
And again, if we look at the main points here, it is that the water physics, while Guarma introduced vibrant, more complex ocean water, GTA 6 will reportedly feature the most realistic water physics in gaming history. Rockstar reportedly assembled a specialized team of 20 engineers just to work for water simulation, so the best of the best. Then foliage density, there's going to be over 14,000 trees, which is the roughly 4 times the vegetation and probably much more detailed. Then we have AI and creativity. GTA is expected to build on Red Dead Redemption's world interaction system, potentially including 35,000 lines of NPC dialogue and immersive features like weapon storage and vehicle trunks and honor of reputation system. So these are all the things that are going to be included right now. And when we talk about Guarma and Red Dead Redemption 2, it's not like that it was an older game, but it just had less of a budget. It's not a bad game at all, but it was a linear, temporary island off the coast of Cuba that players could not return to after Chapter 5 without glitches. So it was just a small map, and this is how much detail they made on it. But Leonida, now the state of Leonida, Florida in GTA 6 is estimated to be roughly 2x larger than GTA's Los Santos, and I think it is going to be actually bigger than that and likely significantly larger than the entire Red Dead Redemption 2 map. I think we're going to get some secret teasers that we never saw because we are working on the Rage 9, which is upgraded. And again, estimated 70% of buildings will be accessible with modern day fictional Florida. 70%, just let that sink in how big that is and how important that is for the GTA community. I'll keep you guys updated with more news. Own thoughts on GTA 6.
Out of Grand Theft Auto 6's initial landing, given how weird the real world has become. He made clear that this is not a knock on the game's scale. He said it's still GTA, it's still going to be massive, and people will still lose their minds. It's going to be huge. But it's a different world from the one 13 years ago when GTA 5 came out. And then went on to say it's a very different world even from just a year ago. And then the line that stuck with me the most, what seemed so far-fetched and insane just a short while ago now feels just like another day. He added that he thinks what is happening in the real world is going to make it harder for a GTA game to work the satirical angles it has historically relied on. And then this is important, he then immediately hedged and said maybe that's, I know there will be plenty of commentary and satire woven in, there's a lot of the Florida Man stuff and lots of territory like that still to cover. And that self-correction is actually the most interesting thing in the whole interview. He makes the argument, then almost immediately questions whether it's true.
GTA 6 is going to repeat what it has done in the past very well. GTA 5 was all about making LA very funny, while 2013 was a completely different era from what we saw before. It does seem like GTA 2026 is not really that far off. We're seeing people chasing alligators, which is something we saw in real life. And a lot of these images we're seeing in the game by itself are actually happening in real time in Florida. There's real news reportage footage of these things happening. It's not like GTA 5 made it up, GTA 6 made it up. But GTA 5 was all about taking LA on a level up a notch and then actually using all of that stuff and putting it into a game. And it seems like GTA 6 is gonna be just like a normal game. And what I mean by that is all of this stuff that is crazy, maybe 10 years ago will actually be pretty normal to see in GTA 6, such as, for example, pool parties or gators coming to store, because this is something that has happened. But it does seem like GTA 6 is going to be focusing also more on realism. While GTA 5 was about tearing down a house, it could mean that GTA 6 is going to be more about realistic scenarios, such as like a smuggling business. This is something that we are seeing as a big problem in Florida, and that is something that a lot of creators are going to be focusing on. Now, to me, it does seem like that GTA 6 is all about realism, and that is what people want to see. They want to see the genuine world being in a full-on chaos, which is exactly what the world is right now. And I think, personally, when people see that this game could actually happen in real life scenario, but you control the narrative, this is when people actually start to trust the game. They start to trust the system. Instead of giving us like a sci-fi game that doesn't really matter or happen, we are seeing 10 times more engagement with this, especially in the RP community.
Stuff with Hollywood. We had all of the Life Invader, which was obviously a dead-on parody of Facebook. We had all of Michael's therapy sessions, Trevor's psychotic rampages, and of course all of the corrupt government agencies like the FIB and the IAA. And so again, that was 2013. The problem in 2026 is that the gap has narrowed dramatically. Events that would have been dismissed as too outlandish for a GTA game a decade ago are now just a Tuesday. The Florida Man genre of news story, which is basically the entire what GTA 6's setting is designed to be, it really has become so well established as a cultural phenomenon that the joke has already been made 1,000 times in real life before Rockstar gets a chance to make it in the game, in the same way GTA 5 exaggerated LA culture, where the humor is primarily observational, where the jokes are about the gap between how things are supposed to be and how they actually are in this country. So really, my personal answer to this is satire does not need reality to be boring to work. It needs reality to be legible. The best satire does not just exaggerate, it more so reveals. It shows you something you already knew in a way that makes you feel it rather than just know it. And also, out of all of this, I don't think our worry needs to be if Rockstar's satire will hit. I think really more the worry should be how fast can Rockstar actually satire the stuff that's happening before it becomes outdated. If Klatz would have brought that up, I would be way more in agreement with him. But now with all of that, I want to hear from you. Do you think Jay Klatz has a point? Does the state of the world make it harder for GTA 6's satire to hit in the...
So yeah, it's pretty obvious that GTA 6 satire is going to be completely different to GTA 5 satire. While GTA 5 satire was more on robbing banks, doing, private military stuff, working with the FBI, all of that was pretty funny. But when we look at this game right now, it does seem like the satire will simply not work. Why? Because a lot of this stuff we have seen in GTA 6 is much, much more realistic. And I think when you took a look at something like Leicester, which, you literally are robbing banks, and this is something that happens in real life, GTA 5 takes it to another extreme, going through tunnels, going through a submarine, stealing from the private army. All of that really makes a game not so realistic. But when you check something like GTA 6 and you see like, okay, now I can build my own empire from the ground up, that is something that is already happening in real life. I'll keep you guys